Hey everybody, it's PartyElite. Welcome back to our Songs of Conquest miniseries where we're continuing the second song, From the Ashes. Still playing as the Rana, of course, this is their story after all. Today we kick off Mission 2, The Marsh Adapts. The coals of the rider, once hidden within, will blaze from the ember, and so will begin. The marsh will awaken, the Rana ascend, and all of our struggles, the Wielders will end. The touch of the rider, the beasts they will heed. The swift deadly ravager will serve as his steed. The crawlers will gentle neath his loving hand. The drums of the tremors will beat through the land. The rider is come to carry us high. The rider is come, the slavers will die. And on that glorious note, let us go ahead and kick our mission off, folks. As we do so, just want to mention, as always, if you've been enjoying the series, if you would like to see it continue, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. And if you're liking what you're seeing on the channel and you haven't yet subscribed, consider doing so as well, because there's plenty more to come. With that said, let's begin. The marsh gives life. Trudging through miles of the marsh, Rask and his followers reached a clearing with a small Rana village. They were tired and hungry, but no longer afraid. They had reached Rask's old home, South Creek Flats, just as he said they would. And now the former slaves had hope. A bit of a homecoming episode, it seems, and it looks like we're actually going to be seeing some settlement management mechanics at the beginning of this mission. Now, I'm going to have timestamps in the description down below if you want to skip around and see various parts and you don't want to see mechanics get described and explained, but these are some pretty interesting and important mechanics to understand, so very excited to get into them. Before we do get into them though, I just want to point out, you might have noticed that up over here our troop counts and up over here our resource numbers don't match where they were at the end of the previous mission. Now, I'm not sure if that's the intent, if that's how it's always going to be, or if it's just an early access thing and it's still being worked on and there's not yet a decision been made. But either way, right now, between missions, at least as far as my memory serves, there isn't any persistence. So these numbers will change regardless of how your previous mission ended. However, your wielders do have persistence. So you'll see we do have the same amount of experience as before. We're at the same level as before. We even have the same equipment that we ended the previous mission with. We have the same skills too. So your wielder remains persistent. So all the decisions you make going through the story, the campaign, they all matter. They all make a very big difference. However, there are some decisions that don't make as much of a difference. And in a way, as some of you pointed out in the comments as well, it makes me regret some of the decisions I made during the previous mission, especially as it pertains to collecting so much gold that didn't end up being used anywhere. I thought we'd get the chance last mission, but you know what they say, right? Hindsight 2020. It is what it is. We move forward. We can no longer look at the past. We must look to the future, and the future is home. As we return to South Creek Flats. Let's go ahead and see what this has to offer. South Creek Flats. As Rask neared his old home, he saw how much it had changed. The fungus farms were in disrepair, and no fire came from the hunter's lean-to. Frightened younglings peered from behind a shed, and a few thin Ranas stared warily at them from their huts. "Who are you to trespass on the grounds of South Creek Flats? Take your hunters and go before you attract the attention of the Barians." "I am Rask, spawned here in South Creek Flats and captured many seasons ago by Barian slavers. I have returned to the marsh and her warmth. I have returned home." "Rask, spawn of search? This is a day to rejoice. It is rare that anyone escapes the slave's collar. But what are the Barians? Is there pursuit?" "If they follow, we will fight them. But now we seek a place of refuge, a place to build our strength. Many have fled deeper into the marsh in fear of the Barians. There are slavers nearby. You and your folk would be welcome. We'll deal with the Barian threat. It's easier and wiser to hide from the Barians. They raid our homes and destroy our villages, and yet we survive. This season, other humans in strange robes have appeared searching for old ruins. They're not slavers like the Barians, but they're no friend to Rana either. We are constantly threatened by humans, running from them, hiding from them. How can we live like this at all? This is our marsh, and I will rid her of their filth." I'm really liking Rask's character arc here. I love his emboldening curious to see where it goes. But folks, yes, it looks like we do in fact have a settlement where we are able to engage with the settlement mechanics. So like I said, if you're not interested in a bit of a dive into the settlement mechanics, I'll have timestamps for you in the description down below, and you can kind of use the chapter markers down below as well to skip around. But I'll go as quickly as possible and try to be as clear as possible as well. The settlement mechanics are extremely important to sustaining your actual armies and maintaining resources and performing research and stuff as well. We'll get into some of these nitty-gritty details as they come up specifically, but at first let's take a look at the settlement itself. As you can see, there are a couple of options. By default, it starts, well, I guess it depends on the settlement you found, but there are 3 tiers of this large settlement that we can upgrade to gain access to more options down the line. But for now, that'll take some resources, so we won't touch on that just quite yet. For now, let's take a look at the option to recruit wielders, which, no surprise here, we don't really have any options, but you can see that it is a hefty cost for when the time does come and when the opportunity does present itself. It is an expensive option, but you are able to recruit additional wielders and field additional armies and, explore more quickly and adventure more aggressively as well. Separately, you'll see as well we have the option to manage our defenses here. There are a few ways to defend a settlement. You can draft troops, you can bring troops in from a wielder and drop them off. You can actually garrison a wielder as well, so the wielder and their entire army will be present in the settlement. Should the settlement come under threat, should it come under attack, you'll be able to fight with the wielder and the units you've left behind. Separately, you can also build towers, and those towers at various levels will provide various boons, including units as garrison and ballistae as well, at least in the case of the Rana. So again, there are a few different ways to protect your settlements. I kind of get the feeling that this will become necessary later on in the mission. Again, with the previous mission, I got a little cocky maybe. I thought that the threat of being hunted down was just a statement. It wasn't actually going to come into play, but it did, and that got us into a little bit of trouble at the end of the previous mission. So I want to play it a bit more careful this mission and maybe consider defenses. Though I don't think we'll need to defend right at the beginning because we've got a massive map. I'm sure the game intends for us to explore a little before we start building defenses up. Now, I sort of glazed over this previously, but let's touch on the upgrade option over here. You can see it costs a fair bit of resources. It does increase how much income we generate as well, but it also gives us extra build sites. Build sites are where you construct other buildings. So we have a small build site over here. You can see, and you might have noticed this previously as well, I do believe I clicked on this earlier, but you can see a handful of options we have for the small build site. Medium build sites currently have just the one option, but I'm sure more will reveal themselves eventually. And then the large build sites, right now we have just one option as well, but I'm fairly confident we'll unlock more as we discover more sort of options and elements of the game. But you'll notice as well, some of these things can be quite expensive to actually build. However, obviously, that's why you're going around picking up resources to eventually build these structures, perhaps even upgrade them to higher tiers and gain access to higher tier units, as you can see here, for example, the Storm Guards in place of the Hunters, so on and so forth. So it's in concept, it's relatively simple, but of course, you're managing build slots, you're managing different kinds of buildings, you're managing their tiers, how much they cost to actually to build and to upgrade. There's all sorts of stuff you have to consider as you manage your settlements. I do think one of the first things we're going to want to build is probably the, I'm going to go ahead and say probably the lean-to, or perhaps the shaman tent, and then we'll want to get the lean-to shortly thereafter, and they'll start generating troops per round. Those troops stay at the building. You have to kind of come back to them, interact with them, and then you can actually recruit those troops from the building into your army at the cost of gold. So you do still have to generate gold and keep gold on hand in order to recruit the units into your army. Otherwise, they just kind of sit in the pool like you saw us interacting with buildings during the previous mission. Now, we do already have a fungus farm over here, and that is generating some gold for us. We will be able to upgrade it with the right resources, but I don't think that's sort of a cause for concern just quite yet. We're generating a decent amount of gold, and it looks like there are a few pickups here and there for us to kick things off with. In fact, there's some stone and some wood here as well. And what are we looking for? We're going to get the shaman tent, so we need 4 stone, 2 wood. Let's go ahead and hit up the bubbling bog first, because it tends to have those resources. And yeah, let's get right to work. I mean, I think the first order of business is going to be exploring all of these options. I can see we've got some rats up over there. We do have a lookout tower over here. So let's see what's available nearby and what we need to contend with immediately. To the bubbling bog first. And already I'm seeing potential new threats. So 7 wood, 3 ancient amber. We need stone, right? We need stone for the shaman tent. Yeah, that's okay. We have stone available up over there with a pile of stone. If I come down to these guys, I won't get to the pile of stone right away. The bubbling pot, I doubt that has stone. Let's pick up the stone and the wood first, because every turn kind of counts over here. Yeah, okay, I'm glad I did that, because see, right now I can go ahead and I can commission the construction of the shaman tent. It'll take at least 1 turn to build it. Yeah, build time is 1 round. So I'm trying to be as efficient as possible, so this will get done next round right away, and it'll start generating troops right away. So when we finish, you know, scouting and exploring and picking up everything we can without getting into battles, we'll be able to pick up a bunch of units and then dive into combat, right? So we are out of movement right now. Let's go ahead and end our round there. Okay, that took a second to think, and I was a little worried we were already in trouble. Pile of wood. I do want to come back down over here and pick some of this stuff up as well. All right, here, let's pick up the pile of wood. Let's get the lookout tower as well, see what's going on here. What do we have? A wooden idol, some dreths up there, pile of stone deposit. I do believe the stone deposit will generate stone per turn once we've claimed it. There's an ancient amber excavation up here that'll bring us ancient amber per turn, so quite a bit of resource generation in the area. These guys, guarded, okay. Crawlers are easy to take care of, but these guys are difficult? Interesting. Not sure what the deal is here, but there are some pickups here. We'll again, like I said, we'll engage in combat after we've done the picking up of items and equipment. And I do also want to keep an eye out for stone and gold. I want to get this upgrade happening as soon as possible so we can build a lean-to, right? We want that extra small build site so we can build a lean-to right away and, again, have it generating troops for us as well sooner rather than later. What do we have here? Plus 10 offense, plus 10 defense, and plus 2 movement. Don't mind if I do. Avoid these rats. There's another bubbling bog here. Can't get to it. We'll get close enough. And what do we have here? Rogue cultists, medium threat level. Yeah, we'll definitely need more troops before we can really dive into stuff, I think. But that's this round done. Yep. Again, this shaman tent down over here is already generating plus 2 shaman per round. I believe there's an upper limit. I'm not 100% certain. Actually, I'm not 100% certain. I'm going to leave it at that. We'll discover together. Plus 6 wood, plus 2 ancient amber. No, I need stone is what I need. Guarded. It looks like there's something guarding this. We're not going to engage with you. Down to the reflecting pool. Oh, hello. Plus 500 XP, don't mind if I do. Company of Baria troops. They'll have some soldiers for us to pick up, so it might be wise to engage them before we engage anybody else. There's quite a few goods actually tucked away back here as well. And what do you got over here? What is that? Interesting. A couple piles of wood. I can see that. All right, let's stay focused here. Down to the pile of gold over here. Got a looted cart, perhaps some stone, just some gold. I'm complaining about gold. Happy enough to receive it. All right, let's go to the wooden idol. We'll pick some of these up as well, and then we'll circle back, pick up from the shaman tent, and engage with the company of Baria troops over here shortly thereafter. A little bit of backtracking, trying to stay as efficient as possible, but we're already seeing a little bit of backtracking. It's not the end of the world, I don't think. I'm going to go with the XP over here. I think leveling up right now is a bit more valuable than hoarding resources. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pick up the 1000 XP and actually level up to level 6. And what do we have here? So I could get Cunning level 2. I like Cunning level 2. Ooh, Raider. So one thing that you should know is that these options are at least somewhat randomized. You will not always get the exact same things. So, like, let's say I was playing this mission a second time or whatever. It's not necessary that I get these same 3 options. I might get different options. Though I believe upgrade command always shows up, and 1 skill improvement always shows up, and 1 new skill always shows up. So there's a bit of consistency, but also a bit of variance as well. I like Cunning at level 2. So your wielder gains plus 200% more gold when pillaging is the Raider skill. We haven't had the opportunity to use that yet, if memory serves. So just purely from experience, I'm going to go with Cunning too. It feels better. So Cunning 1 at level 1 gives us 2 rounds of plus 10 melee offense, ranged offense, and defense. At level 2, it gives us 3 rounds of plus 15 to all 3 of those same things, and that can be quite valuable, I think, especially that plus 15 defense, just based on our stats for the units we have access to at the moment, at least. So, sure, Cunning, level 2, let's go for it. And let's make our way towards, yeah, some of these things over here. Again, a little bit of wasted time, a little bit of back and forth, or backtracking, I should say. 300 gold. Yeah, pick up, 8 Shaman, or 1,600 gold. I do not know the cost of Shaman. I'm going to go ahead and... Sure, grab the Shamans. Let's do that. And it's kind of tempted to come up over here and pick up these shoes and stuff first, right? We'll leave that for later. Because this looks quite open. Whereas this looks like a bit of a dead end, potentially. And maybe this as well, because I'm seeing a building up over there. So let's take care of these 3 first before we push out and explore up over here and probably loop back into some of this, right? That looks like the bigger commitment. So, fair enough. What am I looking at here? Over to the Shaman's tent. Yeah. And the sooner I can get stone, the happier I'll be. 5 stone is all I need. Just 2 more. All I need is just 2 more. Alright, go ahead and see what the Shaman's tent has to offer us. We've got 8 to pick up. We can pick up 9, actually. But 8 will take us to a nice round number. Let's go ahead and pick up 9. Because what I want to do is I'll go ahead and balance these guys out. Let's move you over and then put you over here and balance you out. So we have 2 sets of Hunters, 2 sets of Shamans, and 1 set of Ravagers. Again, just trying to spread the love, get more essence per turn, and also just have more mobility on the battlefield. I think that'll work out in my favor. Everything's been visited, everything's been picked up. Let's go ahead and, yeah, chase after these Barians over here. Leave my marsh. This is my home. They're a worthy threat. Maybe this is a little premature. These guys are easy. You guys are unknown. I do wonder. You know what? I've come here. Let's commit. Barian slavers. A company of Barian slavers were locking young Rana into cages and preparing them for transport. Around them were the signs of violence and a battle that Rana had lost. More prophet approaches, but we don't have enough cages to house you all. Step closer, and we'll have to kill you like the rest of your vermin friends. Your killing ends here. The Rana will be slaves no more. Alright, let's do this. We've got the Shaman up on the high ground there. It does increase our range a little bit. That might not be a terrible idea. Move you down here so you can do the same. Bring you up over there. A little nervous about our spread over here, actually. I'll be completely honest. Considering their numbers, we could always withdraw. But hey, what's life without risks, like? Let's dive in. Do it. Words I'm going to live to regret, I'm sure. Alright, let's see what we can do over here. Battle begins. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to rush right up. This guy's going to get a shot in either way. I've got 2 sets of musketeers, right? Thing is, if they move first, they lose some of their damage output. You kind of want to force them to move first. So fine, let's back up for the first round, and then the next round we'll push forward. Pull you back. Pull you back as well. Let's go. Here they come. The Jigga Jugs, giving them initiative. We're all gonna come forward. Hopefully, oh, that really hurt. That really hurt. But hopefully they're in range of our Shaman. They are. Get a couple of kills in here. Again, these guys are reloading right now, so I don't want to necessarily bother them. Reducing the initiative gain is not a terrible idea either, but I just wonder about some of the damage. Like just 3 to 6 kills. It's not all that much. 2 to 4 out of 16. 2 to 4 out of 25. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and pop these explosive fungi down. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and pop a shot down over... Actually, up over here. Down over here. Do that, and then down over here. Can you? You're outside of range. Not surprised. Guy's in range. I'm a little worried he's going to close the gap and pummel us next round. I feel like I should back up a little bit. Because again, if the Shaman is caught in melee, then they can't even use their ranged ability, right? Let's go ahead and pull back to where we can pull back 2 steps. Pull back 1 step. 1 step at a time. Yeah, sure. He can still get to us. He can still get to us. Yeah, he'll be able to get to us either way. Well, let's take our shot. At least get the poison in there, right? Alright, so these guys are reloading now. Let's go ahead and move you forward. Up you go. Let's get you up to here as well to guard that shaman. Alright, here we go. The Chugga Jugs again. Can I rush in and hurt this fella? I can, actually. I can cause a fair bit of damage. Let's drop some explosive fungi first, just to make sure these guys are kind of at least eating some damage on their way over. Do this kind of a thing, because he's likely to come up that way, right? And over here, I could try and block her approach from all directions. Sure. Move in, get a fair bit of damage, actually. That's not too shabby. Let's go for it. Good hit. There we go. Not too bad. Retaliation. Did a touch of damage. A little bit of hurt here. Ah, damn it. He went up there. And absolutely wrecked those shaman. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Unpleasant to say the least. Not loving this. Not loving this. Alright. Let's go ahead and 3 to 7, 4 to 8. I'd like to try and eliminate somebody in this set of rounds, you know. We are in a rough spot. Try and oh god, no. It's not gonna be enough at all. Oh, what else are we doing? Eat the retaliation. Go ahead and strike down here. Lack of opportunity there. God, a little bit of chaos, isn't it? Shaman's in so much trouble right now. Everyone's in a... Oh no. This battle's over. This battle is done. Alright. I underestimated the situation here. Go ahead. Ruined my day. At least we're causing some damage. Alright. Let's reassess that, shall we? Let's reassess that. Alright, we're not pushed back too far back. We can go ahead and pick up our shaman on the way over to not this battle, because again, that battle was a bit rougher than I'd anticipated. I could perhaps survive it if I'd split my troops a little differently, because again, we were so low in number in some of these slots that we got eliminated pretty quickly, but these guys were marked as an easy battle, so why don't we go ahead and engage these cultists instead. A large band of strangely robed humans were camped near some ancient ruins. They were excavating around the ruins and making notes and drawings, but all work stopped when the Rana troops approached. Run along, little froglings, or we shall alert the slavers to your presence. We are busy, and you are but weak shadows of what you once were. Once we were slaves, and humans told us what to do. No more. We will water the marsh with your blood. Aurelia, who conquered the marsh, protects us. If this is our time to die, even in death, we will serve her. Not liking how confident they sound. 26 to 50 cultists and 6 to 10 scholars. Okay. Pretty sure the scholars are ranged and the cultists are melee. We will learn soon enough, I'm sure. Let's go ahead and push you there. Push you up here. I did not split the hunters up like I'd done previously, but I think that'll be fine. I don't think that's the end of the world. In fact, I think I prefer that over to the battlefield. And hopefully we'll win this one rather quickly, pick up some of the additional resources here, and hopefully we'll be able to build a lean-to to further bolster our numbers. Again, I think I was a little too eager rushing against the Barians down there. Now, do I want to pull back and again force them to move and reduce their damage output for at least a turn? I think I do. In fact, they're going to move. Oh, their initiative is higher than ours. All right, significantly. Across many spots. Fair enough. Let's pull back to here. And let's keep you back here, sure. Yep, stay put there. This guy's a musician, eh? I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm sure that stacks. That's gonna hurt. Alright, fair enough. Not the end of the world. We are able to reach some of these guys at least. 2 to 5 damage over here. Sure, let's go for it. Again, they're going to close the gap over time because I believe they're melee. But they don't seem to move too quickly outside of range, that guy. If I get up over here, we'll have additional range, but this guy, I mean, he's going to be able to close the gap either way. At least this way, if I get up here, I'll prevent him from having the high ground on me. So there's that. Pop up over here, shot down here. Get that poison in there. Pop the explosive fungi down. Try and slow him down best as possible. Damage him before he gets too close. And now I suppose we might as well move in, eh? These guys are both... Okay, cool. Why don't we go ahead up to here. I think that'll work out for us. Buddy over here can move up to here. Actually, you know what? Let's pull back a bit, because I want to have that charge in so we get the extra damage output, right? Here we go. Retaliate. Good hit. Buddy's coming up. More music. Some damage there. Don't mind that. Actually chose not to attack us. Oh my goodness. The damage over there. Ridiculous. Alright, we can finish all these folks off. Why don't we go ahead and do this? Let's go ahead and eliminate you so that our shaman down here will be able to use ranged attacks, and it's just more capable that way, right? So let's go ahead and pop the shot down here. Down you go. Let's go ahead and finish Buddy off as well. Down you go. Use you to finish these guys off. Can I send... How far can I send you? Quite far. Just trying to figure out the hurt these guys are putting out. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Alright, let's push down over here. Good stuff. And can I... Psychic Spear. At least cause a touch of damage. Soften these guys up a little bit. Not a lot, but it's something. And I don't know... You know what? Let's not. Let's not waste the fungus, because I don't know if they're actually going to... You know, push up or anything. Let's stay out of their extreme damage ranges, right? Let's pull up to here and see how that plays out for us. Okay, taking some hurt here. Not terrible. Not the end of the world, fortunately. We're gonna have to move up. There's no point staying up there. These guys are camped in this corner here, right? Can I... Insect Swarm. Get you up. So tempting to pull these guys back, but like, what value is that to us? It's just the one troop, right? The damage output. Pull you further in. Get you up. Just unable to get to the high ground because they're blocking our access there. So an attack from the low ground, it's not ideal. I could increase our melee offense ever so slightly. Takes us up to 100 versus their... what is their melee defense? 10. I mean, let's try it. Does it do enough for us? It doesn't really do much. You know what? It does enough. Yeah, saw that coming. Not too upset about it, though, I'll be honest. That's fine. Go ahead and pull you down to here. Alright, here we go. Push you up this way. Yep, go for it. Bring you in from the side there. Surely we can come up here and attack from the high ground. Ah, no, of course, there's the... zone of control. I'll take it though. Good stuff. Can we? I'd love to finish him off with our shaman. I think we can. Just, you know, for justice. Good stuff. Oh boy. I was a little worried there for a second too. But no, that worked out significantly better. Yes, we lost a handful of shamans. That was not great. We lost some hunters as well, but I think that was a decent engagement. A decent engagement. Yikes. Then I look at the numbers and I go, was it though? Nonetheless, we'll have the opportunity to pick up some more resources here. Hopefully there's some stone. Oh, nice. There is some stone, which will allow us now to upgrade our settlement. It should take, I think, 1 round, or is it instant? I'm not sure. Either way, we need it. Okay, it is instant. Let's go ahead and build. This is the small site. What about this one over here? This is the medium site. All right, over to the small site. Let's go ahead and build a lean-to after we get 2 stone. We need 2 more stone. All right. Hopefully somewhere up over here we will find some Glimmerweave. Don't mind if I do. Next round, I suppose. I don't think we'll be so fortunate. There's some wood here. Some gold. How about you? Some Glimmerweave or some gold? Let's go ahead and pick up some gold, I'm going to say. We need troops. Got this fallen beacon of power. We can see a little bit further. There's some stone back there. Not that I can reach it right now. Old bones. Gold. All right, some crawlers up there. I believe those are units that we have access to eventually as well. All right. I know this will give us some boosts, right? No stone, eh? No stone. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. There's a pile of stone here. All right, so over to these guards next, I suppose. And we hope that these guys are easier. It says these crawlers are easy, so we hope that they're easier than this this nonsense was. Oh my goodness. I wonder if I could have done better in that battle, but not about to find out now. Yep, let's head on over. See what these guys have to say. Up ahead, a sturdy guard held the leash of a young crawler, letting it sniff some tracks leading north. At Rask the first rider's approach, the crawler hissed, flaring its gaping maw filled with poisonous fangs. The guard whistled, and the crawler relaxed by his feet and churred in contentment. Oh, okay. I guess this is a cute thing then. Hey, friend. You'll need to be careful if you plan to go this way. Young Chugger here has caught the scent of some Dreth. Those are some nasty beasts. I know. We're here to rid the marsh of all enemies, Dreth included. Then you should bring my crawlers. I know most just keep them as pets, but they're fierce if trained right. We had a crawler when I was a spawnling, but I don't remember them being this big or aggressive. The marsh is a dangerous place. Some of us have been breeding crawlers larger and training them to guard the camps. The elders don't like it much. They say it will just draw the wrath of the humans. I don't fear the humans. Train the crawlers. We'll bring them to battle. The marsh adapts. Oh. I was like, oh, that's not a battle at all, but these crawlers are still here. Fair enough. It says it's easy, so... Oh, I've been faked out. Alright, fair enough. These troops would rather join forces than do battle. Yes, please. Thank you very much. So we've got access to some crawlers now. Maximum troop size is 15. These guys are 10 out of 15. Damage 6 to 9. Health of 25. Melee offense is 21. Defense is 26. Those are not bad stats compared to some of the others we have going for us. Movement is 3. Initiative is 11. Movement is a little bit on the lower side, it seems, compared to the hunters that we've become so used to. But I most certainly think we'll be picking these guys up. Thank you very much. And I think we can make those numbers work for us. Oh, beautiful. And I wish I'd come here first, but hey, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and end the round here. Pick up the boots, pick up the pile of stone, and get the lean-to happening, right? We got a lot more stuff over here. All right, to the pile of stones. +3 over to our lean-to, or the construction side, I should say. We do have a couple of options, right? I think we're gonna stick with the lean-to. The lookout tower. I just want to clarify, by the way, the +2 hunters and the +2 shamans per round. These aren't recruitable. These guys go into the garrison of the settlement. So just in case you're wondering why I'm not picking this over the lean-to and the shaman tent, that's why. In the spawning pool, purchase troops from other camps and settlements in your kingdoms. Well, we don't have any, so that's going to be useless for us for now. Sure, let's get the lean-to as was originally planned. I just wanted to make sure. I couldn't remember if I hovered over these or not. My apologies if there was a bit of repetition there. But this is going to take a round to build. During that round, we could explore a little bit, I suppose, and then come back, right? Because there's not much else to do. Oh, there are these rats. We don't know how much of a threat they actually are. Sure. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's investigate this wooden idol, and then we'll double back. Damn it! Thought we had enough movement to do it. Ooh, war beasts. The guards of South Creek Flats had been training crawlers for a long time, and now that Rask had brought ravagers from the marshes, they started raising the hatchlings. The drums of the mighty tremor seemed to soothe the young ravagers, so it was decided their training would be done in the beast coral. Very well, I think that is, yes, another option for building here. It takes 10 stone, it costs 5 Glimmerweave on top of that, gives us access to Ravagers for recruitment and also Tremors. These guys are quite cool. Hopefully we get to field them sooner rather than later. We also have access to mud huts over here. Again, these are medium building options. They take a little bit longer to build. They, I think, on average are a bit more expensive, both in terms of gold and just other resources. But as you can see, they give us access to various other units as well. Getting a crawler actually requires some research, which we won't be able to do until we get the appropriate buildings to do so. So I don't think we'll have access to them anytime too soon. I'm wondering, the guards... I don't know how I feel about the guards. Now, the guards, they have that guard ability you can see at the bottom, which gives friendly units within 1 hex plus 10 defense. So they're better than their stats make them look, but I just don't know how much... I don't know how comfortable I am using slots up for guards. Yeah, not 100% sure about them as a unit. We'll consider them, but for now, let's stick to what we are a bit more familiar with, I think, and maybe we can save up for those tremors. Go ahead and pick up the XP over here, I think. Level ourselves up. Melee, your troops gain plus 20 melee offense, plus 10% melee resistance. Raider, there's that Raider option again. Funny it should come up. I could get myself another slot. Feels a bit more relevant now, but I think we'll go for that 10% melee resistance. Get the melee buff over here. And we'll get that extra slot soon. Not just quite yet. More stuff up over here. No, let's not get... oh, there's a stone over here. No, let's chase after these rats. Let's head back to our shaman tent, to our lean-to. We'll take on these rats and grab this lumber camp. Visited? I don't recall visiting this lumber camp. How would I have done so? The path is blocked. Either way, lumber camps generate wood per turn if memory serves me correctly, so we're going to want to get into that. By the way, round 8 time passes and the strength of hostiles grows. This will happen every so often, so you kind of need to... There is a bit of a time pressure. Alright, we can pick up 10 shaman. Don't mind if I do. 1400 is not too bad. Takes us up to 26 out of 30. Excellent. Let's go ahead to the lean-to as well. We'll be able to pick up only 7. Fair enough. It is what it is. Again, they'll collect over time, right? So the longer I wait between, like, returning to a spot, the more I'll have available to recruit. I really want to upgrade the lean-to as soon as possible. 5 stone, 5 celestial ore. Storm guards seem to be a valuable pick. And we'll reconsider it when the option actually, like, comes up, but I do believe Storm Guard are a valuable pick. Have we not visited this bubbling bog? I could have sworn we did. Come back to it. Some wood, some ancient amber. And I would like to pick up the buffs from the stone circle before I engage these rats. A medium threat, really, eh? Alright, fair enough. Not a fan of that, but... gonna have to deal. A cacophony of rats, 100 plus. I do wonder if I should split these hunters up a little bit, just to give us a bit more sort of movement again on the battlefield, right? Balance these guys out, 19 each. They'll be quick to die, won't they? Don't love that. Don't love that. I realize also I don't think I've equipped my better boots, have I? Got our crawlers up over here, our hunters up over there. These guys are going to come rushing up this way, I imagine. Let's put you up over here. We'll secure the high ground here. There's no reason not to. And our shaman... probably should have split the shaman as well. Get the extra stacks of poison happening. Put you over there, actually. And see if that works out for us. For the battlefield. Fingers crossed. I think we'll be okay. Depends on... how numerous these rats are. They should collapse pretty readily in melee. Just a little concerned about the way I split these troops up. Might have overdone it there. Might have been better off splitting the shamans up. These gaps are closing real fast. God, they move so quickly. And their initiative is quite high. But as you can see, we can eliminate quite a few of them pretty quickly. I feel like if we come up here with you, you'll be able to come down 1, 2, 3, 4. And we should be able to crush these rats, hopefully. Let's go. The retaliation. I could move you up over here and finish these guys off. 17 to 19. They might still survive. I could come up here and use the high ground, but I'll get completely swarmed next turn. If I come up here, I'm basically blocking this guy's access off. I don't know how I feel about that. He does move next. Sure, let's go for it. Finish these guys off. 25 to 32. That's a fair bit of damage. 25 to 32 over there as well. He's gonna get swarmed. I wonder, the shaman moves next. I might be able to at least finish one of them off. The crawlers can move up as well, right? These guys can move quite far, not far enough. They might draw some aggro down over here. Would be a shame to lose them at this stage of the game. So early. Let's go ahead and rush down over here, giving up some of the high ground, unfortunately. Go for it. Good stuff, good hit. Unfortunate retaliation, but yeah, we can finish these guys off. Let's go ahead and pop some of this explosive fungi down. Go ahead and do this kind of a thing. Yeah, sure, let's do that. And let's go ahead and eliminate you. Beautiful. Bring you up to here. And let's see how they move. Retaliation will do a bit of damage. Some hurt over here. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Not feeling too bad about that. Nice. So Intimidated is an area of effect that these crawlers can do. Intimidating an enemy unit gives them -10 defense, -10 initiative, as you can see up over here. So that's going to work in our favor as well. We are not looking too hot as far as eliminating these rats is concerned. I wonder if I actually want to hang tight over here so we don't get killed on the retaliation. You know what? These guys are going to die one way or another if I don't do something with them, so let's go for it. Gotta take your knocks sometimes, right? 18 to 27 dead. Sure, then the shaman can come through and finish them off. Buddy over here is tied down, unfortunately. 14 to 19. Sure. Retaliation's gonna hurt a bit. Yeah, we can crush these guys, which is probably not a terrible idea. 10 to 20, 15 to 16. Ooh, could also eliminate these guys. Alright, let's go ahead and put some of the fungi down over here. Not my most useful tool right now, I'll be honest. I almost wonder if I should preserve some of the essence and use a more powerful spell later. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pop a shot down over here because I want to I want to try and bait their attack up over here so we retaliate and hopefully finish them off that way instead. And I want to protect my my crawlers as well, right? So let's hope for the best over here. Come on. Nice, beautiful. 17 to 25 damage over here. I could upgrade you with the aggression. Extra plus 10. No, we'll hold on to it. Oh, that hurt. Beautiful retaliation. Yeah, that worked out nicely. That worked out very nicely as well. Okay, good stuff. That attack of opportunity worked out okay. Alright, we can definitely finish these guys off. They won't be able to retaliate. Good stuff. Down over here. 10 to 13. I really wish the shaman went first. These rats are moving next, unfortunately. They'll get a hit in against the crawlers. Not much I can do about that. Oof. Eating a lot of hurt. Okay, we can finish them off. We can probably finish these guys off as well. Who moves next? So our crawlers move next. We can free them up. They can come up here and intimidate these guys, and they'll move shortly thereafter, sadly. Let's go ahead and hit them with the insect swarm. Good stuff. And let's finish these guys off. Good stuff. 9 to 13. I can cause a fair bit of damage. What is this? Sabotage. All enemy troops get -10 defense. That doesn't sound too bad. They're already at -12. 9 to 14. It's not like we're going to be able to eliminate them. Their initiative... Oh, looks like we're good, actually. I'm going to try something here. There we go. Much better. Much better. Finish him off. All right. Whew. Got a little cagey there for a moment. But that was okay. That was okay. It lost as much as I'd expected to lose, I suppose. Now the question is, I think we're going to have to do a bit of exploring before we're able to take on... Holy. Yeah, we're going to have to do a bit of exploring before we're able to take on these guards down there. Or the slavers down there. Because we obviously need significantly more troops than we have access to. So at every 8th level, I believe, so at 8, 16, so on and so forth, if I'm not mistaken, you actually get access to powers. So you might have remembered in the first session, I made mention of the fact that like leveling up gets a little different down the line. This is what I meant. Here we can choose more significant options as far as upgrades are concerned. So for example, we can go with Brutal, which gives all of our troops +1 damage, or we can go with Eager, which for the first battle round, all of our troops gain +2 troop movement range, which is tempting. I'm going to go with Brutal, though. I feel like the extra damage is probably more in our favor. It's all a matter of if I want to continue using the explosive or the exploding fungi the way I've been using it. Let's go with Brutal here. +1 damage. You can never go wrong with +1 damage, right? Sometimes we want to stay away from ranged units and things like that, so I'm gonna go with Brutal here. Sure. Go ahead and pick up these piles of wood. Claim our lumber camp as well. Alright, good stuff. +2 wood each round. There we go. Cool. Unfortunately, it's stone that I need. We won't be coming down here anytime soon. They're going to absolutely murder us. We could pick up some more troops and then make our way over. Let's go to the stone circle first, get the buffs, pick up some troops, and then, yeah, explore deeper into the fog of war up top over here, I suppose. Cool. All right. Been a little rough, I will say, I've been enjoying it, and it's good to see y'all in the comments as well. Quite a few of you've mentioned, like, it's nice to finally see, you know, me in trouble every once in a while. Typically, most, if not all, the games you see me cover on the channel, they're relatively smooth sailing. This has been really, like, cutting me down at the knees over and over and over again, and I love it. This is, by the way, just to be clear, not me complaining. I like that kind of challenge in my games, so I'm enjoying it, and I'm glad that that y'all are enjoying it as well, and that you actually like the unknown of if each battle is going to be a victory or not, you know? So that's been fun. And again, folks, I mention this all the time, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. They do influence my approach to things on the channel, so if you have any feedback, go for it. Alright, this bubbling bog is ready to be visited again. I know for a fact that we visited this one previously, so it just means that these guys replenish every handful of turns, I assume. Sorry for the edit there, folks. Was dying there, had a bit of a coughing fit. I'm assuming y'all would not want to hear that. Realized again I did not swap in these riding boots, and those riding boots would have actually helped ever so slightly. It's +1 extra movement over the worn boots I've been using, so bit of a shame that I didn't swap those in as soon as I got them. I'd assumed that it would automatically upgrade to the highest quality equipment, but that's my bad. However, it's not the end of the world. Just +1 movement, I'm going to tell myself, is not the end of the world, even though at times it can be. Last mission at the end there, it very, very well could have been. And in fact was, I would say, even at some points. Alright, let's go ahead and visit this Forgotten Sanctuary. Extra XP. Won't ever complain about that. Giant mushroom over here. +1 damage, +1 troop movement. -25 defense, though, so not ideal. We got an old camp up over here. What do you have for me? 7 shamans or 1,700 gold. You know, I'm feeling like we need more troops. I'm also feeling like we need another slot at this point. We have plenty of gold, I think. Let's go ahead and pick up the shaman. Good stuff. Yeah, good stuff. We have a waterfall over here, source of power. Ooh, awaken. As the Rana forces neared this old statue, suddenly, a deep voice was heard. A Rana Wielder. Go west and find the Ethdra. They must awaken. And we have our objective. Find the Ethdra all the way out over here. Okay, interesting. So, oh, you know what? Maybe these guys are actually the ones I have to defeat to continue the mission, which is why they're a little bit tougher, perhaps? Well, either way, we know what we have to do. Find the Ethdra. Very well. Let's go ahead and visit this ever-burning fire, source of power as it is. Seems as though there's a gold mine up over here as well. Plus 10% spell damage power. Oh, very nice. Very nice. The Dreths down over here. I'm not a fan of taking them on. Just once bitten, twice shy. Let's go up like north first, see what else the space has to offer. And then we might come down here for the stone deposit. That is vital. That'll allow us to do a lot more. Why am I not simply building? Right, it's because I'm trying to preserve stuff so I can build the stone. So that way I'll get the Ravagers at first. We'll have to do some research to get the Tremors. But again, like I said, the guards, I'm not so sold on the guards. As much as I did enjoy the damage output from those crawlers, and that intimidation was quite nice as well. That was quite nice, but again, it requires some research, right? So I think I would prefer the Beast Coral. Yeah, let's keep saving up for the other stone. Let's go up top over here first. We'll come down to the Dreths afterwards, I think. Yeah, sure. Now we've got more to deal with up north over here. Fair enough. No place is safe. And again, time passes and the strength of the hostiles grows. It's around 15. Fair enough. 300 gold over here. Let's claim this gold mine. Get this pouch of gold as well. We got swarms of rats over here. We have... What do we have up over here? We got... Ooh, this Chris of the Sun. Alright, fair enough. Treasures, treasure trove. Alright, these guys are a medium threat level. What about these rats? Or rats, Dreths. They're a fair sight more threatening than rats. We're gonna lose these crawlers in the next battle almost certainly, and the Ravagers too probably. They've taken a fair bit of punishment, unfortunately. We'll try and see if there's something to sneak. Ooh, there's a lookout tower up there. Sure. Because we're going to have to come back down south anyway to pick up troops from our settlement, right? So we can engage with these guys later. For example, there are some mud huts up over here, so maybe we can actually recruit some troops and use them to our advantage. We've got a platoon of Barya troops here as well that are guarding some caged prisoners, so there are options up top over here. Ooh, no available troop slot. Unfortunate. But we can pick up 12 more crawlers. Don't mind if I do. That uses up pretty much all of my wealth. Fair enough. At least we have a source of crawlers up over here, though we're almost out of them. And we have a source of guards as well if we want to do a test run. I can't merge anybody or anything. Sure. Yeah, I guess it's about time that we get another slot as per the as per what the game is telling us. Go ahead and take a look at this lookout tower. That really didn't reveal anything, did it? Fair enough. Over to this crumbling tower next round. And beautiful. We can now pick up command. Now, to be fair, we don't have enough gold to actually recruit a significant number of troops. However, I think we'll take command, yeah. Cunning 3 is tempting. Cunning 3 is tempting. That's a huge jump from plus 15 to plus 25. A huge jump. But no, we're already reaching our upper limits of troops, so command it shall be. Command it shall be. And, oh, these guys are actually easy to take on. A couple of pikeneers, some musketeers, some pipers. And we'll have access to some caged prisoners, some more recruits, right? Bone altar back here, source of power, more... It says a platoon of Barya troops, but these look like Dreths to me. Another piece of armor, a rider statue up over here. There's a lot going on. Rana troops up over here. There's a lot going on up over here. I'm starting to wonder if this isn't the way over, you know? Either way, let's go ahead and take these troops on and see what they've got caged over here. Hopefully there'll be enough to pull back and take on these rats and these ancient skeletons as well. Ancient amber excavation. There's a... Oh man. I love just how much there is. I'm like paralyzed by choice. No, we want this ancient skeletons. We want to take out these Dreths as well. We want the pile of stone. We want the stone deposit so we can start getting some more work done down over here, right? That's what we want to do. But first, let's go ahead and see if these caged prisoners can supplement our forces. Over to the platoon of Barya troops. Caged Rana. Barya enslavers captured and collared the beat-up Rana survivors of a battle. Many Rana were already locked into cages. The slavers took up their weapons when Rast the first rider and the Rana troops approached. Today is your lucky day, froglings. Our cages are full. Run along and live in your fetid swamp until next time we pass through. Not today. The fire of my rage will bring death to all slavers. Rana, rise! Fetid? Feted? Feted. Fetid. Not 100% sure. I've also seen it spelled differently. Not the happiest about the number of hunters we have over here. That's not going to work out well for them, I don't think. I think a couple of musketeers will eliminate them in no time. So yeah, I almost want to like close the gaps as opposed to keep them back. Same thing with the Ravagers. They're in an unfortunate state as well. At least our crawlers will be okay. So I say. Bring you down here. Sure, let's do it. Dive in. See if we can't take these slavers down, make up for our previous attempt at a different battlefield. Alright, what do we have here? These guys should be a fair sight easier, I think. I can actually attack right off the bat. That's new. That retaliation is probably going to kill us, though. Truth be told. What's next? These guys can move next, and they can actually go in and attack as well. Alright, fair enough. Let's go for it. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Up we go. Good hit. Oh, I guess these guys can't retaliate? Either way, that's hilarious, too. 3 to 4, 5 to 6. Alright, let's go for it. 4 Ravagers, sending them to their doom. Alright. Shaman can move all the way up to here, perhaps? I don't know who will be in range. Who moves next? These musketeers move next. Wouldn't mind getting some hurt in there. Let's pull you up to here. They're probably going to eat a shot, unfortunately. Get a shot in there. Good stuff. Pull you up to here. Get a shot in here. Finish these guys off. They're not moving for a while. 8 to 12. Or sorry, 8 to 10 damage. Sure, then we can maybe eliminate them on a retaliatory strike. Perhaps. Because these guys aren't moving for a while, so sure, let's do that. Good hit. Oh! Oh, jeez. Oh, no. That did not play out as I'd hoped. Not one bit, not at all. All right, who moves first? These guys. That's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and pop some explosive fungi down. Go ahead and do that. Hopefully they'll probably creep up that way. That would be the smart move. Let's go ahead and eliminate you, because these guys are reloading right now. Down you go. Good stuff. Not going to complain about that. Go ahead and finish you off, or hit you, and then you can finish this guy off. You are what worries me most, actually. 3 to 4 damage is not that much. Alright, let's do this. At least get the poison in there. But he's still reloading. That's going to hurt. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Ooh, I mean, I could send... Yeah, sure, let's do this. Go for it. Finish these guys off. Nice. Oh my goodness. I did not expect the exploding fungi to finish the fight, but I'll take it. Again, not surprised at some of the damage we took there, the units we lost there. Called it, obviously, you know, with the previous battles, leaving them in the state they were left in, this was inevitable. But it does hurt. We're going to have to recruit some replacements. Just trying to figure out when we return down south. Now, purely numerically, this was probably our best fight, purely numerically. However, the lost units were of a special kind, obviously. All right, good XP gain as well. Man. After the battle, Cheekham searched through the carnage for survivors. All he found were the bloody and broken bodies of Rana. Old guards with faded scars, brave hunters thin with hunger, and younglings barely spawned. And then he saw the worst horror he could imagine. They've poisoned the breeding pools. They killed the spawnlings. Every single one. I thought I'd seen Baryan evil before, but this is a sickness. Yes, Cheekham, and we must find the cure. We must drive them from the marsh. No, they must be destroyed. Suddenly, Cheekham yelled out with fury. His body arched with rage, and there was a loud crack, and several streams of lightning struck from the heavens into the few surviving Baryans. Sparks leapt between his webbed fingers as he looked up at Rask with fear and wonder. The Marsh has called you, Cheekham's Stormcaller. The Rana will need your powers. The Marsh provides. Let the Baryans tremble when they hear my name. Their evil ways end here. Life returns to the Marsh. Oh, baby. There we go. Our second wielder, Cheekham Stormcaller. Skills, combat training, command, march, and destruction. Let's take a look at his sheet over here. We're familiar with command. Combat training plus 10% damage. March gives us +1 movement. Destruction generates +2 destruction. Unlocks destruction spells tier 2. Alright, let's take a look at his spells here. We've got aggression, sabotage, ice bolt, and fireball. We obviously have access to similar troops, so we'll have similar access to, you know, things like explosive fungi and stuff like that. Alright, good stuff. But yes, we also have here 20 hunters, and there is this set of caged prisoners to pick up some more troops, explore further into the fog of war over here, and I'm kind of starting to feel like now this is the story angle. It's kind of difficult to tell. Y'all let me know what you think. Do you think we should pursue this up over here, or do you think we should pursue these guys down over here first? and see what this corner has. Maybe this is a dead end and it doesn't actually continue towards our objective. I'm not 100% sure, and I like that uncertainty. I like not knowing. One of my favorite aspects of the map sort of angle and gameplay in this game is just not knowing for sure. But folks, we're going to pick up these caged prisoners, check out the stone altar, double back, pick up this cuirass, come back down, eliminate these dreads, get the stone going so we can go ahead and get some more buildings coming over here. I want that beast coral. I want the ravagers at least, and eventually we'll get the tremors. The ravagers have proven quite useful, though now I'm wondering, well, we won't be able to recruit crawlers without research, right? And who knows when we'll have access to that. Lots to think about. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, how you think I should approach the situation at hand. Definitely seeing the Marsh, well, struggle at times against its enemies, but you know, we come out on top every time. We come out on top, folks. I hope you enjoyed this session. This is where we're going to call it, as we've been joined by Cheekham Stormcaller, the second wielder, alongside Rask, the first rider. Folks, I hope you had a good time. Again, if you did, you know what to do. Let me know down below. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions, how you feel we should proceed. There are some questions I'm not entirely certain which way I should go, so I'm curious to hear and see what you guys have to say. As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big ol' thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.